Welcome to Season 2 of Solopreneur Success Strategies. This is Jane Gardner, and we are going to be talking about home business startup. And we're going to be talking about starting, running, and growing your own home business, whether offline or on. Monday is all about mindset, of course. Tuesday is all about starting a home biz. Wednesday is about selling, sales, and your customer. Thursday is going to be about running your home biz, and Friday will be growing your home business. Saturday is all about putting systems in your business, and Sunday is all about strategy. So subscribe to this daily podcast to help you start, run, and grow your home biz. For more information, go to boahb.com. Welcome. This is Jane Gardner, and welcome to, we're going to talk about mindset today of the entrepreneur. And it's always important to have certain traits in order to be a successful entrepreneur. And even if you don't have these traits, you can certainly develop them. So let's just have a look at, we're going to talk about being flexible in terms of your business. There's nothing more stifling to success than rigid thinking. Rigid thinking leads to rigid behavior. And rigid behavior leads to dead ends, blind alleys, and creative cul-de-sacs. In other words, while there's a certain amount of comfort to routine, too much routine can choke off all chances that you'll be able to successfully reach your goals. Why? Well, the answer is simple. The world, including the business world, is constantly changing. Rigid thinking and rigid behavior by definition are resistant to change. Therefore, rigidity in thought and action spells obsolescence in the business world. Everyone else moves forward while you are left behind in the dust. So what's the answer to this? Well, in this world, the answer is flexibility. Sometimes a small business can be defined as a business that is small, obviously one owner, with an owner who has a certain idea on how his business is going to go. So, for example, for a restaurant, they have the same menu year after year after year after year, and the same, waiters and waitresses, etc., and the same goals as to how many people they want to come in every night. And what they would find is probably after a certain number of years, they might find that their restaurant clientele is decreasing and decreasing because everyone is so wanting to have something new and innovative sometimes that even having just the same standard menu year after year will create a certain rigidity that makes it impossible for someone to change. So you should always be willing to change in your business and be flexible. So in today's world, information is power and money and control all rolled into one. And you think of what's just happened in the last year as towards the internet and how we do everything in our business. You certainly have to be flexible. The fast and free flow of information is what makes this possible. Everything changes quickly, and what is a successful formula or a popular product in one cycle of a business can be old news in the next. In fact, a business can be hot and innovative in 1 year, and the next year it's out of business because it never was able to be flexible and realize that it needs to have certain ability to change and have ways to monetize itself and etc. on the internet. Especially, there are businesses that use a freemium model of business where they give away something for free and they don't figure out how they can use it to monetize their business and where the money is going to come from. So, for example, when Facebook first started, it was a free meme, and it's still free to join. And it's free to connect, and it's grown to, billions of people. And the way that Facebook, of course, is monetizing their business is selling advertising space, as we would like to say, or ads to others, advertisers, to market to their billions of clients and customers. And sometimes, of course, that can become a problem too when people don't want to be advertised too. But anyway, that's for another day. So everything changes, and the only way to successfully stay on top of this bucking bronco of information and use it to your advantage is to be flexible enough to roll with the changes. So you should always be forward thinking and looking at what the trends are right now and see whether or not you want to change with the trends, or you want to buck the trends, or you want to go in a different direction. Flexibility is easy to achieve as long as you're not too tied down to any single idea, product, service, or manner of delivery. If you keep up with your changing market conditions through judicious use of the flow of information, you can easily spot new trends and adopt them successfully, usually before your competitors have had time to act. The only trick is not to fear change and instead embrace it. If change is the only reality in the business world, then to be successful in that world, change is to be your reality as well, and you should be flexible enough to be able to change direction when it demands that you change your direction, and be flexible in looking at what the trends are. So this is an important trait of a successful entrepreneur. To always be forward thinking and flexible and be able to move in a different direction if needed for their business. And so we'll be talking about other traits on another time. Thank you for listening. This is Jane Gardner. Well, I hope that will give you some ideas to implement in your own business. And if you want more, go to boahb.com and subscribe.